This court is ordering that you appear with the children at 3 o'clock this afternoon, Ms. Rodriguez. You be here too, so pick up the children.
I'm not,
Be down here.
I'm not doing that.
Hold on, Mr. Rosenberg. Hold on. Sit up, pull the microphone in front of you, Ms. Rodriguez. For the record, this matter is before the court as a result of this court's order directing defendant Chelsea Rodriguez to personally appear with the minor children. Mr. Rodriguez, do you understand you're being charged with civil contempt of court for violating this court's order when you fail to personally appear with the children on September 4th as ordered by this court? You could be sentenced up to 45 days in jail. Do you understand that? I'm sorry, on April 4th. I'm sorry, on September 4th. This hearing is being conducted via Zoom. Present on the Zoom polycom is the plaintiff father, Michael Rodriguez, and attorney Stephen Rotenberg, representing the defendant Chelsea Rodriguez. Ms. Rodriguez is personally present in court this morning. Are you Chelsea Rodriguez? Are the children here? They were ordered to appear here. Where are they at? Okay. Mr. Rodriguez, are the children in your custody right now?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are they in school?
Yep, they're in school.
Monroe Public Schools?
Yes, sir.
Okay, when were the children delivered to you?
I actually ended up having to go to Canton to go pick them up from school the next day because she said she was going to bring them to Monroe School the day she was supposed to bring them to the courthouse. So the next day she said she was going to bring them to school in the morning. That shouldn't be a problem with her, but she didn't. So I had to go to Canton to go get them. Showed them the court orders and everything that they're supposed to be in Monroe. So I got my children, and then Cairo, she dropped him off to my house to my girlfriend the day after. And now I have him here. He's in preschool right now. But so she did drop him off, yes, but didn't bring them that day.
For contempt for violating this court's order by failing to personally appear with the children back on September 4th.
Okay.
Sir, can you make a copy of both of these to give to Ms. Rodriguez, please?
Yes. Judge, I can't really
hold on, Mr.
saying.
Rotenberg. Hold on. You can't hear?
Correct.
Okay, I'll repeat everything.
I can hear you. I can't hear her.
Okay, sit up, pull the microphone in front of you, Ms. Rodriguez. Ms. Rodriguez, do you understand you're being charged with civil contempt of court for violating this court's order by failing to appear with the children on September 4th, 2024, as ordered by this court? Yes. Do you understand you could be ordered to serve up to 45 days in jail?
Yes.
Mr. Rotenberg, you had an opportunity to discuss these contempt proceedings with Ms. Rodriguez.
Very, very briefly last night by phone, Judge.
Right.
Could you put me in a breakout room with her for a couple of minutes? I would really appreciate that.
Okay, she's here in person. You can't do that. You
You
talked to her last night, and so I don't know. You should have talked to her more last night.
I talked to her after hours last night after calling her once or twice before.
Right.
So anyhow, we have discussed it, and I did tell her that
if you want, Mr. Rodenberger, you can call her. She can step out in the hallway. We can recall this case shortly.
Okay, yeah, that would work.
The court's inclined to proceed with contempt this morning, and I'm inclined to, since she's appeared this morning, the children are back in dad's possession. I'd be inclined to simply reserve any sentence on that contempt. Order 45 days, but to hold that in abeyance. So just so you know where the court's coming from. But if you want an opportunity to further discuss that with her,
I just need her. Pardon?
Do you want to further confer with her?
Just for very briefly.
All right. You have your cell phone? Okay,
Yes,
Mr.
I do.
Robertson, call you, step out in the hallway, and then when you get done, go to the window and we can recall this case. Mr. Rodriguez, we're going to put you in a waiting room. I got other cases this morning. And so after Mr. Roenberg, ma'am, right here. Okay. I would always keep that closed and come through the other.
Recalling the matter of Michael Rodriguez versus Chelsea Rodriguez.
For the record, Ms. Rodriguez has personally re-entered the courtroom, having conferred out in the hallway by phone with her attorney, Stephen Rotenberg, who's present on the Zoom this morning, along with the plaintiff father, Michael Rodriguez. Mr. Rosenberg, you've had an opportunity to discuss with, fully discuss with Ms. Rodriguez these contempt proceedings.
Yeah, yes, Judge, I did, and she understands the seriousness of the situation.
And is she willing to admit to contempt?
Yes,
Right, so Ms. Rodriguez, raise your right hand to be sworn, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth of God? Please state your name for the record.
Chelsea Rodriguez.
Ms. Rodriguez, do you admit and acknowledge that this court ordered you to personally appear with the children in this courtroom on September 4th, 2014? Do you admit and acknowledge you failed to do so?
Yes.
All right, parent time will continue. Why?
Well, first and foremost, I was thinking that day that the meeting place was Flat Rock.
You didn't show up there.
Before that, you were ordered to appear with the children at the Flat Rock Police Department. You did not do that, correct? Then the court ordered you to appear in this court, and you likewise failed to do that as well. Okay.
The day after is when I got the email, and then I realized it
This-
said to appear here.
This court in open court said verbally to do that, to appear at the Flat Rock Police Department, and to exchange with Dad. You didn't do that, correct? Is that yes?
Correct.
And then you also failed to comply with this court order. You didn't bring the children to this court on September 4th.
That's when I would have been meeting him the same time.
But you didn't.
And you have no valid reason for failing to comply with this court's order.
I did have an appointment set that day.
Please. Yep. Both those. Okay, Ms. Roddy, you can step out and go by the window and show those copies for you.
With my OBGYN at 2:50. So there was just multiple reasons. I also got a text from him that
Who's
felt,
him? Your OBGYN?
no, I'm sorry.
Attorney?
The kid's father.
Does he have a name?
Michael.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I got a text from him after court that felt threatening. It said, "See you at 3" with exclamation points. It's,
I was excited to see my children. Yes.
Hold on, Mr. Rodriguez, don't interrupt.
Sorry, sir.
it made me feel very uncomfortable. That doesn't give an excuse for me not going there. I really wasn't there because I had the appointment. That did not make me feel safer to come and meet him, like, because I did have somewhere to be. So like after I got that text, I just felt really uncomfortable then. So I just kept with my appointment and I did not show up to give him the kids. I do apologize for that. I do understand that your orders are your orders and they do need to be followed.
Mr. Rodriguez, the court will not buy that. The meeting place was to be at a police department, Flat Rock Police Department. They will not buy the fact you felt uncomfortable when you're meeting at a police station. And yes, you could have rescheduled your OBGYN appointment. You didn't tell the court on that date you had an appointment and it was critical, could be rescheduled. So the court finds that you've flagrantly, intentionally violated this court's order. Court will only find you in contempt of court. The court orders you for 45 days in jail, but that's gonna be held over your head right now. So you hold the key to jail. So if you step over the line once violating this court's order, you're buying yourself some time in jail. Do you understand that? Up to 45 days.
I understand.
Okay, with that, the court previously ordered the children shall continue in Monroe Public Schools. They're not going to Canton schools. And you have a pending motion right now to change them to Canton schools. Court's going to deny that request because they've already started school. You should have filed that motion back in the summertime. If you want to change them, you file it next summer. But the children need consistency. So they will continue where they're at in Monroe Public Schools. The court will deny your motion. It's not set for hearing. I don't see a hearing date. And that was filed in pro per. Mr. Rosenberg, you represent Mr. Rodriguez on this, her motion to modify, to change the school district?
Yeah, but I don't know if I don't recall writing that motion.
No, she filed it in pro per. It's not set for hearing, but the court's gonna deny that at this point in time. It's too
Okay,
late.
I was unaware
Children
that.
in school right now, it is mid-September.
Well,
We're
Ms.
not going
Brower-
to yank them out of school, and we won't be able to have an entering for at least 30 days.
Judge, Ms. Brower was trying to pipe in about something.
Your Honor, the friend of the court did schedule that hearing before referee Hamrich on October 3rd at 10 a.m.
Okay, we're gonna vacate that hearing date. This court has got in front of it, and the court's gonna deny, read her motion, and we're not going to bounce these children around.
They were already they weren't at Monroe for long. He switched them at the end of last year. They had a whole school district for 3 years. They were in Dundee.
Okay.
So like Monroe Public Schools,
The front of the court,
isn't
hold
there-
on, the referee recommended back on August 14th that children attend Monroe Public Schools. No one has filed any objection to that recommendation. It's going to order the court, and this court also ordered that on September 4th. So that issue has been addressed. If you want to change schools, you file a motion next summer. So with respect to parenting time, maybe perhaps parties should talk to Ms. Brower regarding parenting time. I know the prior parenting order says that during the summers, it should be week on, week off. During the school year, it's an alternate, mom has alternate weekends, Fridays at 5 to Sunday at 5. But does that interfere with your work schedule? Because there's concern about the children being left alone because of your work schedule. You now have a job with Ford Motor Company, is that correct? Okay. Ms. Brower, can you talk with the parties? I'll step off the bench. You can talk with parties regarding parenting time. I don't know what Mr. Rodriguez's position is, but I know there's concern about the children being left alone when Mr. Rodriguez was working. So it's just a matter of whether or not the parties agree to continue the parenting time that was ordered back September 4th, week on, week off during the summers. That's a no-brainer, but during the school year, the last order was mom has parenting time alternating weekends, Friday at 5 to Sunday at 5. All exchange occurred at the Florida Police Department. So maybe I just ask you, Mr. Rodriguez, are you still good with that schedule?
The only thing I ask is Fridays. She can pick them up from school at like 3:40 when they get off and make it easier for her, and she could have them a little sooner if that's the case. Because I go in at 3 o'clock unless she can meet my girlfriend to drop them off at the Flat Rock police station, and she doesn't have a problem here dropping my kids off with her here. So I don't know why that would be an issue.
with that.
But I'm just saying she could easily pick them up from school. She's on the pickup list and everything. So I'm giving her the opportunity if she wants that. Trying to make it easier for both of us. And then Sunday it'd be at 3, right?
Right. She's talking here, so I'm having
sorry
to talk
about
with Ms. Brower regarding these issues. Obviously, we don't have a clear agreement this
Yeah.
morning, so previously ordered. So meet at 5 o'clock at the Fridays and Sundays at the Florida Police Department.
All right.
Mr. Rodriguez doesn't want to agree to anything right now, so that the prior order will continue. Mr. Roenberg, you have anything you want to add?
Not at this time, really, no.
Okay.
But it sounds like I have to file another motion, which I just did, like I was told to do.
Talk with Mr. Roenberg. I mean, file
Yeah,
another
give me
motion,
a-
what, to
yeah.
modify parenting time?
Chelsea, give me a call and we'll discuss it.
Time, so
As referred to front of the court, Ms. Scott conducted an investigation, formal investigation recommendation. You should have received a copy of her recommendation.
I never
That-
received a copy of the recommendation, nor was I. And I did call friend of the court about that, and that's what I did try to speak about last time. I called friend of the court because I knew there was an investigation from her after the 21 days. I never got a phone
It's
call. I
a,
never got anything in the mail.
We'll provide you with a copy of the letter. It's August 26th, and in case you failed to cooperate with respect to the investigation, copy was mailed of the report to Mr. Roenberg. The children were, Layla and Kian were interviewed. Their opinions were taken into account. So if you want to, you come around the window and we'll give you a copy of this August 26th recommendation.
I did ask her for a copy, but she would not get.
Okay, we'll give you a copy. It's in the court file. It's a public record, and then your attorney has a copy. So if you want to step out. So at this point in time, the court will simply enter an order finding Mr. Rodriguez being contempt, reserving the 45 days, holding that in abeyance, denying defendant mother's motion to change school district at this point in time, and continuing the parenting time order of September 4th, 2024. Mother shall have parenting time alternate weekends, Friday at 5, Sunday at 5, a meeting at the Police Department. So when, I guess we agree, when will mom's parenting time begin? Will it be this weekend?
Yep, this weekend.
All right, so
Wait, are you saying I only get
that's correct.
how?
Okay,
I
that's
can't
the
hear
order of
what
this
she's-
court.
I can't, she has to speak more clearly in the microphone.
Given when I had them
Okay.
full time.
Okay,
So he got them during the week and 2 weeks and
Right.
those weekends.
This
this
is
was
now.
ordered.
The mother, I'm only given the mother. My oldest is not even his child. We did a step parent adoption.
That's
No,
uh,
you had me
social
adopt
weapons
her,
issues.
Chelsea.
All right, we'll give you a copy. Step out. We'll give you a copy of the front of the court recommendation for information. You come, everyone come out by the window. And so yeah, meet this Friday at 5 o'clock, the Clark Police Department, and then again on Sunday. Comply with this court order, please. All right, that will conclude this matter.
Your Honor, I'll have a recommendation in your queue in just a moment.
Thank you.
Aaron, Stephanie says you're taking the 10.
Yes, I'll take the 10 o'clock.
All right, that will conclude this hearing. We're going to zoom
Okay.
out.
Thank you, sir.
Judge.
Lock that door, please.
Again, if she's got them Friday at 6 till Sunday at 6, it
They
makes no sense. Shush.